as you can see, Kitty got mad. So if you listen to this, it actually sounds like the opening of Stranger Things.
Kitty.
Linda lost her contact. Where is it?
I was right here, and you started yakking a little too much, and then it started rolling off. Now my glasses on top of my head. Don't
pretty good.
Don't get too close.
All right, that's not it. That's just a drop of water. Let me turn the light on.
That's my last contact too. I don't want to wear these.
Is that it? That's it right there.
Okay, thank you.
Is that the last one?
Yes. Oh, this one's really gonna have to be washed.
Lost coin parable. Good to go. Well, now it's time to watch Beato, the great guitar singer, and his greatest song, or his version of the greatest Pink Floyd song.
Move into the song a little bit. Pass the sax. I don't know if I'm... I love the major 7. Beautiful there. Songs, right? That they have, you know, intros and things like that, but that there are songs that
Always like money.
that have a flow.
Good Pink Floyd
that
song.
have a really good flow form that's on my list. But this is, once again, off the same record. This is Money, right? I'm gonna move into it. Okay, so what I love about Money, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is one of the greatest choruses. Okay, the other thing about this is this has one of David Gilmour's finest guitar solos. Oh. Woo! Discuss this song. Just in case, that to me is one of the greatest chords. I think I have a video about this. If I don't, I should make it. That's one of the finest chords ever in rock music. Right there. Chords, right there. Amazing.
So one of my favorite moments in Pink Floyd, well, of course, of their entire catalog, is The Wall. For sure, by far, The Wall is the most genius. I really like the moment Vera. that one build moment that goes, Vera, Vera, what has become of you? I love that moment. When he's singing about Vera. Somewhere with me again, some sunny day. You know, it's Vera, Vera, what has become of you? That is like the best. Let me go back to the lyrics. Hang on, just give me a second. And also, when I first listened to The Wall, I didn't really get the lyrics. I mean, I got the lyrics. I understood the lyrics, but I didn't get to see the lyrics. I didn't get to read the lyrics until much later. My stepdad had the vinyl. I don't know if he still has it, but he had the double vinyl of The Wall. It was a double album. It came with two records in it. Like Volume 1, Volume 2, or whatever you call it. Part 1 and Part 2, I guess is what you would say. For the English majors, but there was two vinyl records in The Wall, and he had the vinyl. And I don't think I peeked into the lyrics till way later, like really studied the lyrics. But I'd listen to it all the time. Not that record, but I'd listen to it on mixtapes and stuff like that. And I think a CD, I may have listened to it on a CD. But something I'd probably want to go back and buy. But I think it starts with a different kind of tone and it goes into a build. So it starts with almost not conversational, but it makes you think. And there's like each part of those of The Wall. What makes it genius is the transitions from one song to another. And then they built it around the idea of, I think they created it for the idea of a movie, probably one of the greatest movies ever made cinematically. And they were a band too. Cinematically, it's one of the top 50 movies of all time. But the transitions between the songs, and when you watch the movie, of course, when we were younger, the idea was to trip on LSD or to get stoned and watch it, and of course we did. Yeah, most people did, or at least thought about it. And we actually did. But the transitions between one song to the next is what makes that album so important and so incredible, and also how the songs flow, in this very almost conversational way, like a person talking. A great moment in Pink Floyd The Wall is when Pink is in the restroom and he's biting on his thumb and he's singing this old folk song, So it gets into the psychology of the rock hero or the rock star and his past and bringing in memories. But that one song, I can always hear it. Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn and how she said that we would meet again some sunny day? The thing about it is, I go back and I think of movies like Christopher Nolan's Batman. I know it sounds crazy, but if you watch Christopher Nolan's Batman, you'll realize that he really focused on the villains' voices. I think Heath Ledger won an Oscar. I don't think he got to accept it, but I think he was at least nominated or won for the Joker. But if you listen to the voices in Christopher Nolan's Batman, they're amplified to make this kind of villain sound. Even Batman's voice is, but there's times where Heath Ledger's like, "It's his voice!" It's like, it's taking the voice and amplifying it to another level. Now, I don't think Pink Floyd went that far per se, but they did amplify the voice emotionally, and that same stylish choice if a director, would come in, and you're not hearing your normal rock star voice. Okay, just like when you watch the Batman Dark Knight, you're not hearing a regular actor's voice always. You're hearing this kind of soul come out of this. And of course, the Joker was very angry, but you hear the soul come out because of how it's recorded. I'm talking about a movie. I'm talking about Batman. When you go to The Wall, the same thing. They record it in a way where you're hearing like the person's soul. You're hearing a voice that you're not used to hearing someone like that. So when he starts to sing, vocal quality blows everyone away. I think Elliott Smith was one of my favorite artists, had that kind of quality, although his voice wasn't amplified because he didn't sing that loud. And in Pink Floyd, they are singing, you know, and there's even operatic stuff. They're really singing. They're really singing. But the way that it's recorded and how they go about it is so incredible. And you can hear the thoughts and the heart and the emotion of the songwriter and the singer. So in Vera Lynn, you know, you hear this voice come in, you know, does anybody here, or does anybody here remember Vera Lynn? And you hear the struggle in his voice, and how she said that we would meet again some sunny day. So there, you hear, and you know, and when Roger Waters recently toured, and she ain't Linda that's in there cooking, she saw it. She saw Roger Waters come through town. I never did. I've seen Bob Dylan. I've seen Red Hot Chili Peppers, Jane's Addiction. I've seen, you know, Bob Dylan was probably one of the greatest of the iconic figures that I got to see live with Paul Simon. Never got to see Pink Floyd. Heard about it. I heard they were like, that was the concert to go to, was a Pink Floyd concert. She said Roger Waters was incredible, and I did see the Roger Waters that came in recently, but I didn't see it live. I saw it on television and was completely blown away because he still, to this day, even more so, has that quality in his recordings that's almost scary to listen to, you know? It's an emotional connection that only like an actor, I mean, Billy Corgan and stuff like that, they were great. Smashing Pumpkins is great. They definitely like Pink Floyd, and they definitely attempt to bring out that emotional connection like Pink Floyd did. But even they would have to admit that they're students of Pink Floyd. How Pink Floyd captured that type of vocal emotion and honesty and character, especially with Pink and The Wall, no one will ever know. Because no band out there will ever be able to be that great, not anytime soon.
Floyd, I made a video on it. Okay, and the reason that this song is above everything else. B minor, goes down to E minor. This is the most.
All right, this lamp, this is what Linda said. Did you hear a click? You hear it click?
No.
Okay, but did that? Was it that bright?
I don't know, probably not.
Let me turn this off for a second so they can hear it. Okay, so she's a witness. Okay, so tell everybody what happened.
That light was on earlier. I turned it off 30 minutes ago. Turned on that light. Then I was just sitting there watching my show, and boom, it turned on.
Okay, so Linda was laying here watching her show. She watches what, ABC?
Yes.
Okay, she's watching ABC. She lays here and whatever. So she turned this light off. And then it just turned on.
Yes.
And you got up and turned it off.
Correct.
All right. That's strange. That's why I'm vlogging it. Anyway, that's what she said. So I'm going to turn it off like that. And it was turned off like that when it turned back on, right?
Yes.
Okay. Weird thing.
Maybe
Weird.
the circuit. Maybe something with the circuit.
I think so, but it would affect this thing.
Yeah, I know. It would affect
This thing right here.
was on. Yeah, that's the
Right. You would have noticed it and I would have heard it.
There's electricity going on.
It does brown. But you said it turned completely off. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it right
It
there.
was already off, and then
And it turned off and stayed off.
No, I turned it off. It turned on.
You turned it off like that.
Correct.
Then you were laying there,
Yes.
and then all of a sudden, it just turned on.
Yes.
Okay, so you were laying there, and then it didn't make a clicking noise, but it turned on.
Yes.
Like that, and then you went and turned it off.
Yes.
All right, so we probably have a poltergeist. Anyway, I'm gonna turn it off. Did you want it off?
Yes, I want it off and turn that back on.
Turn which one on?
How's it like? Or that one, I don't care. Turn that one on.
Hang on, just give me a second.
All right.
There we go. You want this one on? Do you want this one
Yeah,
on?
that's fine.
Okay. Anyway, it's probably just poltergeist, no big deal. Okay. Those things happen. Anyway, I'm trying to listen to stuff about the well, so this. Now we're good to go. Got the gas, and we're looking good. August 13th. Listen to David Lynch, and he said to listen to Fraser. This mortal coil to the siren. And I love it. I love it. Now we're going to clean our hands. Cleaning our hands. And that Honda just tried to run me off the road. Cleaning our hands. Clean, clean, clean. And make your own movie. Make your own movie. All day long. All day long, and show everyone exactly where you are when you make it.